clap, and then whenever you're ready. Yeah.
Okay. Just start saying Enoch.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, my name's Enoch, and I'm 28. I'm about to be 29 actually on Friday. Just a mountain boy from Tennessee, Georgia state line, and I grew up by way of my grandparents. My grandparents raised me. They took us out of a life of abuse, physical abuse from my biological parents. Growing up in school, I wanted to be noticed. I tried to do things differently. I wouldn't say I necessarily marched to the beat of a different drum. I tried to make my own drum, but the secret to life is everybody's different, but everybody's the same in doing so. But looking back on my life and how I've gotten to this point, I have to shout out names like Dennis Muse, who was my first youth pastor, his daughter Lee Muse, who was my second youth pastor, people like Lee Dittman, Brandon Langley, Heath Stanley, Jason Spire in Asheville, who taught me 4 chords on a guitar, and since then I have all I've done is lead worship. And I have you to thank for it. And God is amazing because He puts all these people in your life, and you can look back and say that was my spiritual giant. And I always was a little envious. I have to be honest, if I'm just being real. I was envious because the way people looked up to them and the way I looked up to them. And if I knew if I looked up to them the way I did, then I knew everyone else was, and I wanted to be like that. I wasn't necessarily a loner. I was trying to get friends. I was raised with a bunch of girls in the house, and I had my own room, so that was a perk. But I would just, after school, I'd come home, pop a VHS in, the VCR, and I lived through movies, through icons, and I've always been a big movie buff and fan of movies, from John Wayne to John McClane and Die Hard to Pixar movies. I love it all. But the truth is, I was needing something. I was in search of something. I remember being outside by myself, young, with a dog named Roscoe, and I would sit out in the grass, and I would look up to the sky and just know something bigger was out there. And September 15th, 2002, I asked Christ into my life. I asked Him to change my life. And ever since then I've been saying He's changed my life. But the truth is, I think when I came into this world and started my own ways, I changed my life. But Christ gave me my life back. So I don't think necessarily Christ has changed my life. I think I did it from the get-go, and He's put me right back where I'm supposed to be. So He's unchanged my life. He's taken the reins out of my hands, and He's taken them, and I'm completely cool with that. But if I had to boil down my walk with God, is to don't be fearful of what everyone else perceives you as. Obviously, you want to set a good impression if you're claiming to be a child of the King. But it's okay to get lost in the Father. It's okay to be in that car drive to work, be among those people at church who don't lift their hands, who don't sing out loud. Be at work. It's okay just to take a moment, relax, breathe it in, get away from it all. And through my music, I have been able to compose music and make songs, and a lot of them people never heard because that's for me, and that's for God, and that's our secret place. If I could tell myself, my past self, what I know now is you're gonna have a family, you're gonna have a wife and a daughter who love you. He's gonna provide for me. He will provide for you. You're going to be taken care of, and you're going to be a better parent and a better husband than the ones I had in the past, So like my father he was abusive, and then he was not that great to my mother, and that's where grandparents took us in. So He's telling me I can sanctify everything. I can break that iniquity. I can break the branches, and so can you.